The little bubbles coming up are the hot water that makes the hot spring. There's a ton of geothermal activity in this area. So for these hot springs, people just kind of dig a hole in the ground and then hot water comes up and you have a hot spring. Ignore the terrible quality. I'm zoomed into 7.5, but look at the bald eagles. Is there anything as American as seeing a bunch of bald eagles on Thanksgiving Day? I don't think so. This is pretty American. Time to go. This is actually one of the last days that the road to get up here is gonna be open to vehicles. So I thought I'd take full advantage. Honestly, I've been up here for like 3 days. I've just been living up here. That is a golden eagle. That's a big boy. So majestic. I mean, this is an amazing campsite. I don't know how I get so lucky, but I found this campsite and it's time to make some food. So I was never the biggest Thanksgiving food type of person, but my family was always in charge of bringing the apple pie and the pumpkin pie and alcohol to the extended family's Thanksgiving celebration. So I figured today I would try to recreate our family recipe apple pie and see how it goes. The biggest issue with having a recipe is when it calls for 1 egg, so now you need a half egg. They don't sell half eggs though. And now we let it rest. Woo. I'm a very firm believer that you use more than one kind of apple for apple pie. So I'm using Cosmic Crisp, Gala, and Granny Smith. Oh, that's heavy. This is what I'm gonna use to try to cook a pie. I've never used one before. I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna just let that. We're gonna let that cook. We're gonna try our best. I have very low expectations. I mean, I'm proud of myself for making pie crust. That went well, but we'll see how I do baking it. But now, this is actually what I'm most excited about. I am going to make alcoholic whipped cream. Alcohol infused whipped cream, hopefully. I got 4 different kinds of alcohol because I wasn't sure which was going to be the best. So I have peanut butter whiskey, hazelnut espresso vodka, regular vodka, and something called Shanky's Whip. No idea what that is, but the lady at the place told me I should try it. So here we are. You know what? I feel like making this in a cup is gonna go better. It officially is too thick for my milk frother to froth, so now I'm making whipped cream by hand. Yay! My arm hurts. We're getting somewhere. Okay, my arm hurts, but I have whipped cream. I have hazelnut espresso whipped cream. You guys, I'm never going back to regular whipped cream. Oh my god. Alcoholic whipped... I have to stop saying alcoholic whipped cream. Alcohol whipped cream. I mean, where have you been all my life? I don't have the strength in my arm to hand whip the other 2 alcohols, but out of the hazelnut espresso vodka and the peanut butter whiskey is definitely better. Like, maybe it's because I like whiskey more than vodka, but those are really good, guys. I highly recommend putting alcohol in your whipped cream. All right, let's give them a check. Woohoo! They're like little pie pockets. Haha. Whew. All right. I think I discovered my new favorite cooking mechanism. Fully cooked apple pie on a fire. Just put some whipped cream on it. So while the food for Thanksgiving has never been the most important thing to me specifically, it's always been family and football in that order. Never root for the Cowboys though, ever. But regardless, we do have one tradition every year at noon, because that's when NPR plays it, I believe, in whatever time zone we're in. We listen to Alice's Restaurant Massacre by Arlo Guthrie. I've not been home in 6 years, and still, every year, without fail, on Thanksgiving in the family group chat, we text back and forth about listening to that song. It's an 18-minute song. It's very long. It mentions Thanksgiving one time, so therefore, it's a Thanksgiving song. You've probably heard it. It goes something like, "You can get anything you'd want at Alice's Restaurant." Okay, I'm not gonna... It's a very long song, but that's the biggest Thanksgiving tradition for my family. I know the holidays can be hard for a lot of people. I know personally for myself, I haven't been home for Thanksgiving in 6 years, so that hasn't been great. But, you know, you make new traditions and you spend holidays with different people who are still family, but just not the traditions you were used to. And I'm getting used to it, and, you know, it's just one of the choices of the lifestyle that I have is, you know, choosing to live out west when my family's out east is inevitably means the holidays can be a little difficult sometimes. So wherever all of you guys are, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. If you're American, and the rest of you, I hope you have a happy, normal, regular, nothing special day.